Hello, my name is Mohammed Alam and I am a senior lawyer, a senior barrister, and also owner of Alam Law. As many of you know that we are lawyers, our focus of practice is personal injury and insurance litigation, which essentially means anytime when you have a claim against insurance company and if they deny you coverage or claim, you need a lawyer like us who exactly know how to fight with insurance company for the denial. But sometime the claimant or as an insured person, you go to a lawyer very late. So you try to deal by yourself, you give a statement to insurance companies, you do all the work by yourself, and when insurance company deny, then you consult. So first of all and foremost, I will tell anytime when you have insurance claim, you should consult a lawyer first before you submit your claim. So let's talk about today, we're going to talk about fire loss or water loss. So these are two main causes when that can damage your property, and very commonly fire and water. And these two claims are called fire claim or water damage claim. When any of these situations arise, you must ensure consult a lawyer before you submit your claim. Your insurance company or policy has the coverage for both, but there are some fine prints, some exclusions in your policy, and as a result of those exclusions, insurance company, after investigating your claim, can very easily get out of this claim. Now you will be in trouble because by the time you consult a lawyer, it's already too late. So let's talk about fire damage, and I, being an insurance litigation lawyer, I see people, their businesses and property gutted in a fire. They have lost their complete house. To rebuild the house is probably $1 million we are talking about to rebuild. And imagine if you get a news from insurance company that unfortunately we are not going to cover you for this loss because you have misrepresented some information when you have borrowed, when you have purchased the policy, or you did not declare certain information during the policy was in force. Let's take an example what they are talking on, which they will talk. So most important, when you have, for example, you have a basement, a full basement apartment, and you have rented the basement apartment, I encourage you to ensure that if you have rented your basement, you make sure that you let your insurance company know about the basement. There is a tenant. I can understand some people are nervous to report to insurance company because that will cause your insurance to go a little bit up. If you're paying $100, the coverage will be $150 because of the basement tenant. But I tell you this $50 is still worth because now you're properly insured. Now, I can give you example because I deal with these cases on a daily basis. You may not have experienced these situations in your life, but you believe there are people who experiences these kind of losses where the entire house is burned and insurance company is saying after their investigation that you did not have coverage, or we cancel your coverage because of misrepresentation, or you have not provided insurance about a tenant, and they will be justifiable to deny you coverage. So first lesson, that anytime when you have a tenant in your house, report to your insurance company, you will get proper coverage. Second, we have seen our houses, like sometimes we do big renovations. So we're not talking about normal flooring in your house or kitchen, but we're talking about you are re-renovating the entire bathrooms and kitchen. Those are can be defined as a major renovation. But again, remember, you can say that's not major renovation. Insurance company can say that was major renovation. Your policy, there will be a fine print that says anytime when insured will have a major renovation will notify to the insurance company, and you never read the insurance policy. I bet you majority of you would have never read your insurance policy. But I can tell you from my experience, so you can keep these things in mind, and if you see these things happening in your neighborhood or friends or family member who are doing some major renovation, just warn them to ensure that they tell their insurance company about that renovation. And I can tell you, insurance companies, let's say the contractor comes in, something happened, fire, water damage happened. Insurance company, when you submit a claim, insurance company can deny your claim, because they say they will pull you of the policy and say section 32 subsection 1A says major renovation and it includes XYZ. Then again, there's a dispute. You will still have to retain a lawyer like us, spend money to fight with insurance company. So why not, from these tips that I give on a weekly basis, take some advantage. These are real life example. Every one of you or majority of you will have insurance policy. So please make sure either you read your policy, and I can understand that maybe you will not be able to read and understand, but I tell you these 2 tips which will go a long way. If you see your friend is doing major renovation and you are seeing and it's come to your knowledge, you please do a favor to your friends or family member that they should call their insurance company and report insurance company about this renovation. You have spent $70,000-$80,000 for renovation. How big this is a deal that this renovation will go for 4 months and you got some extra coverage for renovation, or you included, or at least you inform them, because it may not affect your insurance, because if you don't inform them, then you are giving an ammunition to insurance company so they can use that exclusion and deny your coverage. So please take this serious. And the first issue that we talk about, tenant, this is also very, very important. We see that routinely, that majority of our community, they don't report to insurance company about who is occupying the house. One big example, one of my recent client who has consulted me, he has given his house on rent and he moved to another property, and he forgot to change to insurance company that this property will be rental property, and very unfortunate situation happened and he lost the entire house. We're talking about $1 million renovation on that house, but insurance company is saying that you have never updated your insurance policy for a commercial, because it comes into commercial kind of thing when a tenant is using solely that property. So if you have any question related to one of these issues that we talked today, or any other legal matter that you would like to speak to me or get some advice, feel free to call us on the number at the screen, and one of our lawyer or myself will be able to give you advice and our guidance with respect to that matter. Thank you for watching.